Okay, so for some reason I didn't realize the first time around. I didn't think about it the first time around that we could go live on both of our channels at the same time. So we're live back on Mom's channel as well. So you can go to either of ours, depending on where you feel like going.
But this particular live stream is originating with Talia Nerds Out.
Yeah, well, because we're doing it under my color there. If it's red, it's mine. If it's blue, it's
Red
hers.
is her, blue is me.
We're actually, I think, in our colors for once. You're wearing blue.
Yes.
So, hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out, and I have with me.
I'm Marlisha. Marlisha's Meanderings.
And because this is a live stream going on both of our channels at once, of course, it's
people who are watching the one we just finished on my channel might be a little confused.
Yes, yes. Because it's different than when you invite a guest in from a different channel where it's all on that one person's channel because they're all coming from different locations. We're doing the opposite of that. So instead of having it coming out to the world from one location with people coming in from other areas, as we're going and saying from one location out to more locations. Hub here, 2 YouTube channels versus like 3 or 4 YouTube channels out to the one hub that then goes out to everybody.
Okay. Well, we got somebody here. Cool.
So, anyway, let me go ahead and, so this is another book haul. This is more going to be focused on mysteries, which, I mean, that's not really a huge shocker considering this is a big part. Yeah, fiction. Mine's strongly mysteries. Actually, mine's, I think, completely mysteries.
Mine's pretty strongly mysteries.
My channel, I read a lot of mysteries.
We both read a lot of mysteries.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I have quite a few, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think this one was a free, I can't remember if this was a free book. I had a couple of free book credit here once here. So this is one I almost threw to the floor. A Marjorie Allingham Mystery Mile. And this is one of her Albert Campion. This is not the first Albert Campion, but I've already read the first Albert Campion on Kindle, so he's not new to me. He's a bit of an interesting character. He kind of makes me think of Lord Peter Wimsey with a very whimsical, odd way of speaking.
I like Peter Wimsey.
I think sometimes some of what Campion says goes over my head because he might be making references to things that might have been a thing at that time period, but because I wasn't alive in the 30s, 40s, whatever this was written, it's like going whew. So
yeah, neither was I.
This particular book, the copyright of this edition is 1990, but the Doubleday edition was 1988. I don't know if that was the first edition this book was ever published or not, though.
I don't know when that person wrote. So
Allingham is Agatha Christie era, but that could have been later Agatha Christie. I'm not quite sure.
But I think she stopped by the 70s, right?
Christie, yes, she died before the 80s. I think she was like 78, maybe 79 was when she died. I can't remember. The only reason why I know it was before the 80s because I couldn't count her as an author from when we were talking about authors of the 80s. I was really mad at her for not lasting one more year. Couple more years for me.
I mean, I'm so sorry I didn't.
And so inconsiderate of her. So yeah, Mystery Mile. And I don't know, he kind of looks sus behind the character. I assume is supposed to be Campion. Because I'm pretty sure this is Campion because I'm pretty sure he has glasses. So
cool.
Yes, that's this one. Whoopsie.
It's a bunny.
It's bunny. We have a couple in common. One of the ones you have in common with me is in here. But let me do this one
in first. Common on my box?
Yes. But first, let me show this one, then we'll do one of the ones we have in common, maybe. We'll do Den after this one, and then we can worry about our common ones. This one, okay, if Campion wasn't a free book, this one was. This is Josephine Tey, The Man in the Queue. I've not read her yet.
I haven't read her. I've got one that I'm waiting to read.
She looks good. I have her one on Richard II, and she's going to have to work very hard to convince me because I'm not a Ricardian. Not Richard II, Richard III.
Which is nonfiction?
It's, so from what I understand, it's like a mix. Not like your typical...
You're reading a historical fiction?
No, it's not like a historical fiction.
Well, what are you saying?
What I mean, like, to mix, from what I understand, in the mode of fiction. She's also doing actual research, from what I understand. And what I gather from the back is that she actually discovered some things that people who are Richard the Third people found very useful. Like there's like Richard the Third societies and stuff. It's a whole thing. Anyway, but this one just sounded interesting to me. Long line had formed for the standing room only section of the Woffington Theater. London's favorite musical comedy of the past 2 years was finishing its run at the end of the week. Suddenly, the line began to move, forming a wedge before the open doors as hopeful theater goers nudged their ways forward. One man, his head sunk down upon his chest, slowly sank to his knees, and then, still more slowly, keeled over on his face. Thinking he had fainted, a spectator moved to help, but recoiled in horror from what lay before him. The man in the queue had a small silver dagger neatly plunged into his back.
Ooh.
I know, that just looks like, ooh, okay. I'm going to be reading this.
How do they manage to do that?
And this is Inspector Alan Grant.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
this will be my first. Well, I have two Josephine Tay's, but this is her more traditional, like, mystery work versus the one on Richard III.
And I don't know which one I have.
You have Richard III one as well. It's like something time.
Do I have how many?
You have several.
I have several.
You have
copies already.
several.
I think they're all on my shelf.
You have like I would say it's like 3 or 4 Josephine Tay's. This is only my second one.
Okay, my next one, my first one, is actually, I guess you would call this a fantasy.
Yeah, I would call it a fantasy.
The Ballad of Sir Dinadan.
This is my favorite one in the series.
Kaya has gone on and on and on about this. It's by Gerald Morris. I have yet to read it, read any of them.
I was introduced to this by my college roommate, although she introduced me actually the first one in the series, which is
The Squire's Tale.
The Squire's Tale.
Yeah.
Yes,
I have that one.
you do.
Yeah, I have that one.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I think
you
it's a
did
paperback.
I think you did finally pick up The Squire's Tale because you also have the Squire, the Lady.
I have a lot of them on Kindle.
You have the Squire, the Lady one also on physical.
Mm-hmm.
I think you also picked up The Squire's Tale, the first one. And that one's more focused on Sir Gawain. He focuses especially in the beginning on Sir Gawain. But this book kind of felt almost separated from all the other ones. It felt like a little break from the main. You deal with Sir Kai. It's a good cast. This is a telling of Arthurian tale in a way that's maybe a bit cleaner and less brutal than some of the actual legends can be, depending on who got a hold of it. And a college roommate introduced me to it back in the day.
I'm going to butt in here. This, because it is my book.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. Library Media Center, Manchester Elementary Middle School.
Yep.
Manchester, Vermont.
Because I think it is actually supposedly meant for a younger audience.
But
I've never felt like it was for a younger audience.
Look like it. I mean, I like the print for people whose eyes are having difficulty.
It doesn't feel young.
And I think at one time when people wrote things, that we were talking about this yesterday, that there was a time when you wrote for younger kids. Now people who are older would read it because they wrote at a higher level of. Yeah, I think it's almost like this gets slotted in there for kids because it's clean. And the thing, the prelude starts with this little poem. It says, "I call upon the muse of song or epic, like as not, to tell a tale, but not too long. Before it be forgot, I tell the tale of Dinadan, a likely, quiet youth, whose great adventures all began beneath this very roof." And I'm like, oh yes, please, I want to know what happens.
Dinadan is a ballad. It's supposed to be writing ballads and stuff.
Well, it sounds like
and he is he is actually existent within the Arthurian legend.
I've heard of him.
I'm not very familiar with Dinadan within the actual legends, but he is there.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I just know the name.
Gerald Morris, I believe, has either an introduction or a section where he explains how Dinadan caught his attention and why he felt like writing this book. I've not read all the ones in the series. I feel like some of his books can get a little repetitive in feel, but this one is my favorite of his.
I'm looking forward to reading it. I think I have most of them either in Kindle or physical form.
Yeah, they're not terribly hard to get a hold of in that way.
The reason I gravitated...
You have a nicer cover than I do.
Yeah. The reason I gravitated... This is a library cover. to these is because on my quest, anybody who's listened to me or Talia for any length of time where I'm on with her, my quest is to find good material that's clean.
Mhm.
And this, they say it's middle school. I mean, yes,
I've
the
never-
printing, but this is talking about,
Because you've got in there, you got the tale of Issel and I can't remember the guy opposite Issel.
well, they have here's a list of some of them. The Squire's Tale.
Yep.
A Squire, His Knight, and His Lady.
Mm-hmm. You have.
that
I
one
know
has
you
a-
have this one. I'm pretty sure you have Squire's Tale as well because that's the
Yes,
first one.
Yes. And the second one, they actually call it Young Adults.
Mm-hmm.
The Savage Damsel and the Dwarf. I think I have that. And
Parsifal's Page.
Parsifal's Page. So those are just some of them. I think there are more than those. I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm always on the lookout for something I can enjoy. And
And it's a full series. And as far as I can tell, he only wrote these little Arthurian stories. And it was one of the greatest little collections my college roommate introduced me to. And I was roomed with this girl almost the full 4 years. We only did one semester
your
apart.
godmother to her son.
Yeah. But let's see. So one of these you have in common with me. It is this one.
Who Killed the Curate?
Let's see. So what happened with this is, I think I can't remember.
Oh, it's a Christmas mystery.
Yes. The funny thing was,
Oh, look at the difference in our covers. Oh, it's the same.
It's the
cover.
same cover.
I was looking at the other one.
what the interesting thing is, first of all, Joan Coggan, I've not actually read her work. She came up in something else I was reading about Golden Age mysteries. But I actually ordered from this person. I need to let them know that I received my replacement. I actually ordered from this person this 3 set. Well, accidentally, she sent me, instead of The Mystery of the Orchard House, she sent me 2 Who Killed the Curates. And I verified my order. I'm like, I didn't order 2 Who Killed the Curates. I'd like to, I know you say no returns, but I'd like to have my book that I actually ordered. And she was kind enough to just go like, my bad. Do whatever you want to with the other one, and I'll just send you the one that I didn't send you.
And this is I'm looking at the back of this. It says, when the curate is poisoned on Christmas Eve, Lady Lupin turns detective. Her deductions might not always make sense, but you'll be laughing too hard to care. And that just makes me happy. I mean, that blurb just makes me happy.
Room work, vintage English mystery.
Oh, she's related to Hastings.
Probably not. Probably not.
No, he's just. That's why he's so clueless.
Except I think that Hastings would be her married name.
Yeah, could be. It could be.
I'm assuming I'm just assuming she's married.
Well, yeah, but even if it was, I mean, if he's married, if he's
I guess
from that line,
yeah.
from that side, I'm just being, but this is the print is a little small, but I can read it.
I told Mom, like, hey, at least I'm just happy it was a Christmas mystery, which is a double, because now you have a Christmas book.
I can read this in December.
It's about the same size as your Sam Cat.
Yes.
So it'll be good for the machine.
But the
print's not as good.
Yeah.
So I have Mystery of the Orchard House, Who Killed the Curate, and Penelope Passes. And I think there's one more in the series. Hold on. I think this is the other one that I was missing in the series.
That one looks different.
Yeah, it is different.
That's the actual British Crime Classics.
It's not British Crime Classics, but it's a similar look to it. This is put out by Galileo Publishing.
Okay.
And this is Dancing with Death by Joan Coggan. So all of these seem to be set like Second World War.
Are they all the same person?
I was just double checking because these are all Lady Lupin.
These are all Lady Lupin, yeah.
I'm not sure if this one is. This one maybe isn't a Lady Lupin. Maybe that's why it's separate. Because you have
this one has better print.
Okay. Because there's Who Killed the Curate, that's 1944. Mystery of the Orchard House is 1946. Why Did She Die is 1947. And I think that's the same one. That's Penelope Passes.
Why Did She Die? Yeah.
And then Dancing with Death, this one is 1947. So, and I think these are all the books that she wrote.
I like her covers.
Yes.
They're very vintage. They all have the Lady Lupin.
This is Lady Lupin as well.
With their hat.
Yeah. The first sentence is a Lady Lupin saying. So this is Lady Lupin as well.
So that's her heroine. Heroine.
And it looks like she just wrote the 4 books and 1940s. So that was her era. So right up my alley.
Yeah, I like that era.
And so you had your one of that. We have another one in common. Let me go
Which
ahead.
is
This one. So this
I like the feel
is
of this.
Lessons in Crime, Academic Mysteries. We can maybe start this in September.
Yeah. Oh, this feels cool. I like the way this feels.
So British Library Crime Classics short stories.
Edited by Martin Edwards. Oh, the print's great in here. You could almost say we'll read a chapter every couple days or something.
Yeah. And it looks like sometimes with some of his short story collections, not all of them do this, but some of them will have like the dates
Oh, nice.
above them. So like that's why you sometimes will have every once in a while someone that's maybe not normally golden age, like in my Puzzles of the Parish, you have Brother Kappa, who's not technically golden age.
I love Brother Kappa. 1931, this one, the Greek play.
So to look at some of the authors we're looking at here, we got H.C. Bailey, we got Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
And it's one of his lesser known works because that's The Adventure of the Priory School. That's not a Sherlock Holmes. You have Henry Wade, Ethelina White. That's the lady who wrote The Lady Vanishes.
Dorothy Sayers.
Dorothy L. Sayers. Michael Gilbert. I like his work. That's the one I was showing you the other day, Mom.
Oh, right. Yeah.
E.W. Hornung. Michael Innes. That's another name for one of the other authors.
I know
can't
that
remember.
name.
Michael Innes also wrote under the name, I think it's Anthony Berkeley was the other name he wrote under. Let's see, 193. It'll tell me. 193. Pen name. Oh, I was wrong. It was a pen name, but the pen name is actually of John Innes McIntosh Stewart. So I was way off of who he actually is, but I knew it was a pen name. Then you have Joyce Porter, Malcolm Gare. Some of these people I'm not familiar with. Herbert Harris, Colin Watson, Edmund Crispin. I've read him before.
That name is familiar.
Miriam Sharman, Jacqueline Wilson. I probably recognize half to a bit more than half of these names. So one of the British Library Crime Classics short story collections.
Bruce Montgomery, I don't know.
It's a good way to get a bit of a feel for an author.
Yes, I like that idea.
Because normally I'm not actually a huge fan of mystery short stories.
This book feels so nice.
Well, that's a British Library Crime Classic feel for you. Okay. I don't think you have any other ones that I have here.
Smallbone Deceased.
Oh, I do, but I am doing that bunch last.
Oh, okay.
So, what else? The ones do you have left to show?
These plus Smallbone Deceased.
Okay. So, and I can do these one by one, and then I'll do the Michael Gilberts. So I've got The Methods of Sergeant Clough. Now I have the other Sergeant Clough, which is Sergeant Clough Stands Firm.
I love that.
I just love the name Sergeant Clough.
Hi, Fernie.
Hi, Fernie. The collections,
yes.
Sorry, listen to this. Okay, it's a wet and windy night in the town of Gunnershaw, on the edge of Yorkshire moors. The body of young Jane Trundle, assistant in the chemist's shop, is discovered lying face down on the cobblestones. Sergeant Caleb Clough is not. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't say it that way. Sergeant Caleb Clough is not a man of many words, and neither does he play by the rules. He may exasperate his superiors, but he is the loyal support of his constable, and he is the only CID man in the division. The case is his. So this one is 1961. I'm not sure. And Jill North was a pseudonym of Geoffrey Horne, a writer from Skipton who worked as a civil servant in colonial Africa for many years before returning to his native Yorkshire. The best known of his novels are the 11 detective stories featuring Sergeant Clough.
What a name. I love it. It's almost as good as Little John.
So it looks like Sergeant Clough Stands Firm is the first one. Then there's this one, The Methods of Sergeant Clough. Then we have Sergeant Clough Goes Fishing. More Deaths for Sergeant Clough. Sergeant Clough and the Price of Pity. The Confounding of Sergeant Clough. This one sounds like almost like a Father Brown title. Sergeant Clough and the Madmen. Sergeant Clough and the Day of Reckoning. The Procrastination of Sergeant Clough.
Sergeant Clough does not procrastinate.
No Choice for Sergeant Clough. Sergeant Clough rings true. Okay, I actually really love that Sergeant Clough's name is included in every single
Yes.
title. I don't know why I get such a kick out of that.
No, well, I think it's the name.
It's probably the name. I have this picture of like Jill North sitting there going, Clough.
Clough.
Clough. And when they
Especially Caleb Clough.
Caleb Clough, I was like, wasn't something weird? Like, yeah, Caleb Clough. So he's over here going like,
And the thing is, Caleb's not a
Caleb
bad
Clough.
name, but the name
it's a
together,
combination.
it's a
And I just see him like snickering to himself like Caleb Clough. Kind of like a nerdy laugh.
Let's see if we can make them laugh. How long can they hold out?
Okay, one of yours now.
Okay. I think most of mine now are British Library classics. This one's Continental Crimes by
Oh, I have
Martin
that one.
Edwards.
Mhm.
This one has been
That's
taped.
another short story collection. Anytime it says edited by Martin Edwards,
Yeah.
that's a British.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
a-
he did the last one that we did.
yeah. Anytime
Yeah.
it says edited by Martin Edwards, not written by Martin Edwards, 'cause he
No.
does write as well.
Yes, but
This
this looks like I don't know. I guess they wanted to make sure the tags didn't fall
yeah,
off,
that
because
was
the
what,
covers in good
yeah, it
shape,
looks like it just that's exactly what it was.
but they have it here as well.
Maybe it was a library book line.
Maybe
It might have been like they were trying to protect it from
Protect it
hands.
from hands. Yeah, there is some right. Yes, there's library notation up
Yeah.
at the top here, and this is short stories. It's got Arthur Conan Doyle, Arnold Bennett, G.K. Chesterton.
Oh, I remember this is the Father Brown one.
Yes,
I remember that story.
E. Philip
Secret Garden.
Oppenheim, Ian Hay, F. Tennyson Jesse, Marie Belloc Lowndes, Stacey Almonier, J.
Oh, I like
Jefferson-
Farjeon.
What?
I like Farjeon's
Oh,
work.
J. Jefferson Farjeon. His is A Room in the Tower. The H.
Bear.
DeVere Stackpole.
Stackpool. I haven't read his yet.
Agatha Christie, H.C. Bailey, Josephine Bell, and Michael Gilbert. So, Michael Gilbert. It looks like a little bit of damage to this page, but not too much. I'm not sure.
It almost looks like that was a creation. Like,
Oh, I see.
oh, I see. When they taped this, hold on. I'm gonna be gentle
Yeah.
because it looks like when they taped this.
There's like 3 pages together.
Oh, they didn't even tape it. What you're gonna have to
I
do?
like to tape it
you're gonna have
myself.
to tape each individual one.
Page,
you
yeah.
have. I've had this happen a couple of
Yeah.
times. This might be one and you got free.
I'm sure.
So yeah, you're just going to tape these first 3 pages. It looks like the rest of them might be okay, but yeah, it looks like your rest of them might be okay. It's just that first section where you have a little bit of damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure
It's on the Arthur Conan Doyle story. Well, it's Arthur Conan Doyle and the
and
introduction.
Introduction. It's. I'll show you just a second here. Okay. It starts.
I love that the British Library Crime Classics, they're released on Poison Pen Press for British.
Yes. So you've
library.
got this that is okay, and it was all kind of together so I could see the print through. You have this page is the second page, okay, and then this page here, this is our Arthur Conan Doyle story, and that's the 3 pages that I'm going to have to very carefully tape. Everything else seems to be all right. It's got a stamp for the Henry Waldinger Memorial Library. So I don't know where that is. I wonder if that's in England.
might
Oh,
say-
here we go.
Oh
Wow,
wow!
look at this.
It's in
New
New York.
Do not touch the date card. Discarded. Wow. Look at that. Every once in a
At
while,
least you have a
get
pocket
surprised
to
with
put
that.
your
Isn't
library
that
card in.
cool? Yeah, it is. Kind of Continental Crimes, first edition, first edition.
Well, yeah, because this is
The Library Crime Class.
this is yeah, they're a collection of short stories re-released.
Of May 2018, June 2018. Interesting how they have their dates. They don't have a card. They have
They
it-
might have had an actual card at one point.
look at how I can't. There's a lot of glare. Can you see these?
They would have had
Right
it.
here?
I mean, that's because at the pocket they had an actual card at one point. Someone maybe wasn't very careful.
1, 2, 3, 4 dates though.
Yeah.
Do not touch the date card. I wonder. Part of me wants to call this number just to see if the library is still there.
Well, it's not that long though.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So then I have another British Library Crime Classic here, and He Who Whispers, John Dixon Carr. And apparently, I thought he was the only American admitted to Detection Club. He was the only of 2 Americans ever admitted to Detection Club. So I wonder who the other one was. I'll have to look that up. Hugely popular author of crime fiction, renowned for his fiendish puzzles. Born in Pennsylvania, USA, Carr developed a distinctly British style to his mystery writing from his time living in England and became one of only 2 Americans ever admitted to the Detection Club. I have yet to read his stuff, although I have several of his set aside.
I have 1 or 2 of his, I think. Maybe more.
You do have several. You went through a little slew of picking up some of his.
Mm-hmm.
You have one to show?
Yes. Okay. This one is also edited by Martin Edwards. It's Countryside Crimes, Serpents in Eden.
I have this one. Mm-hmm. This is where I ended up being inspired to go and pick up an Ethelina White.
I'm going to have to do something to... This is coming off. I may have to take some tape.
And just secure it.
Do that a little better. But this has got... Let's see who's involved in this one. Arthur Conan Doyle, Chesterton, Bodkin, Bentley, Jenkins, Bailey, H.C. Bailey, Austin Freeman, Mary Allingham, Anthony Berkeley.
Marjorie Allingham.
What did I say?
Mary.
Oh, Marjorie. Ethelina White, Lenora Woodhouse. Woodhouse,
yeah, mostly.
Leo Bruce. Isn't that a name for somebody else? I just read. Hold on. Gladys Mitchell. I think that's all. So, yeah, I like the short stories.
Leo Bruce 252.
I wanted to have short stories for those times, so I just wanted to feel like I finished a story, and I have a lot of collections.
Yeah, I didn't think all the collections had dates above it. I think they do that when maybe they would be a bit low on stories from the Golden Age to kind of signal to people, hey, not all these are from the Golden Age. Leo Bruce was the pen name of Rupert Croft Cook.
Okay.
But yeah, this one doesn't have a date above it. So I think there was more that he could fit in this particular genre versus the academic one or the parishes one. Because those are the first 2 that I've noticed have had dates above the stories.
Right.
Okay. Then I have these which go together. The 3rd one's not here because I'm reading the 3rd one right now. So these are Joan Calkins. I heard of these before I heard of the other Joan Coggin. Yes, they're similar, but also put out by Galileo. Actually, I'll make sure that this other one is a Coggin and not a Cocken. Where are you? Are you Cocken or Coggin? You are Coggin. Okay, the reason I had to check is they're both Joan, and one of them is also put out by Galileo, but one of them is Coggin. But these are Cocken, Joan Cocken, and these are mystery Inspector Cam mysteries.
Cam. Oh, Cam.
I'm currently reading the 2nd one in the series, which is Villainy at Vespers. It was the first one to arrive, and also I wanted to read the book called Villainy at Vespers.
Yes, is that the one I wanted to get? Which was the one I wanted to get, but I couldn't get it?
Puzzles of the Parish.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with it. When I'm done, I'll pass it on to you to borrow.
Yeah.
This one was first printed. So Curiosity Killed the Cat, 1949. So she and Coggin wrote around the same time period. This one here is 1952. And let's see, I think that I wanted to say that 1949 was also the year that Villainy of Vespers was. And there's only the 3 books. So that's that for that series.
Just get the stitch finished or partially.
I like what I've read with Cam so far. I'm just on pause right now because I've got so many other books that I'm reading that are a little bit more scheduled. So I'm focusing on first the short stories collection, then I'll move back on to Villainy of Vespers.
Okay, this is not a Golden Age classic book. It's
well, it's a Golden Age book, but not a Library Crime Classics.
Yeah. This is classic Hercule Poirot stories, his early cases.
And
look at that cover, I love it.
You inherited that from me because I realized that the short story collection I got from Hercule Poirot had all of them, and I didn't need one that had, part of it in there. I was like, well, you don't have any.
I have one short story, but I didn't have anything of this. I think it's the one with Harlequin. Oh, and I have the one with
Oh yeah, we have the Christmas pudding. Well,
but the
Tommy and Tuppence.
Yes, Tommy Tuppence.
But again, these are just Poirot.
Yeah, these are just Poirot.
These are actually the best of his short stories in there, I believe.
I don't think
other than it's missing the Labors of Hercules.
I've read the Chocolate Box, and I think I read the Cornish Mystery.
Yeah, someone. And you read Clapham Cook?
Okay, I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure it's the one where they're talking about where he gives the lady a hard time and she's like, well, when a cook goes,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
find a
yeah,
good
yeah,
cook
yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
apologizes.
Double Sin. I read that. The Veiled Lady. So most of these I haven't read yet. I don't think.
Or if you've read it, you've read, because a lot of times your short stories get slid into different collections.
Mhm.
This is like a greatest hits.
Well, I like this because it's paperback, and I have some really nice copies that Ty got me for Christmas, or I picked up on my own, and they're a set, and I don't want to lose them. God forbid I lose this. I can pick up another one.
Yeah, exactly. Every once in a while, it's nice to have a
Yeah.
copy. You don't.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
it's
have to
nice.
worry
It feels nice. The cover is really nice. I don't know what they're doing lately with the covers, but this is a really nice feeling cover. And the print is really good. The margins are good. The spacing is good. I can read this without straining my eyes.
And that leads us on to my Michael Gilberts, which is how, we end up closing with Michael Gilbert. I really enjoyed, much to my surprise, because I didn't anticipate. So Michael Gilbert was the book of the month for January for the British Library Crime Classic. And I was like, well, January is my birth month. I'll just pick that up. And that was Sky High. I was so surprised how much I enjoyed Sky High. And then I've enjoyed the short stories of his that I read.
Nothing to do with the movie that came out.
No, nothing to do with the movie that came out. It had a different title, actually, as well. I can't remember what the original title was. But I ended up picking up some of his other books. Someone had a collection, and one of the books was including the collection that I already had, so I gave Mom the one I already had, which is Small Bone Deceased, which is considered, I guess, one of his best ones. This is my Small Bone Deceased.
Let's see, mine is this one here. And I love the thing here. It says, the characters in this novel, with the exception of eminent counsel mentioned on page 56, are entirely imaginary and have no relation to every living person.
Oh, okay.
And it's got this little floor plan in it. So I guess it might be important.
I also have He Doesn't Mind Danger. This is a cool cover. And it took us a while to register that it's actually a necklace wrapped around his hand, held in front of one eye.
I thought at first, when she first showed it to me, she was far enough away that I thought it was an eye patch.
And the first time I thought it was a monocle. And then I saw the chain wrapped around his hand. So I was like, well, that's a really cool cover. And these are actually in pretty good shape. I think I only had to mend one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bundle that someone had.
And this one has a slight crease in
the back. I know I got that one for free from Thrift Books.
But that's not going to affect the reading of
no.
It doesn't even affect the feel. Just gives it this kind of like, oh, it has character.
This one is Blood Judgment. And it's got the interesting with a bird on the high heel.
Not sure what that has to do with Blood Judgment, but I guess you'll find out.
Yes. And then we have After the Fine Weather.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not bored. I'm just tired. I didn't sleep well last night.
So this is probably the least interesting of the covers.
I don't know. That's a little bit of scope for imagination. Why are you taking a picture of a wither vein? And why is there a broken glass on there? I want to know.
That's a gun.
That is not a gun.
Look, gun.
That is a weather vein.
Well, maybe it's sticking out of the weather.
No. Oh, okay. You see the rifle here.
You see the rifle there?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
The gun. That's a gun there.
I see it now. Yeah.
It took me a second to register it.
Yeah. Because at first it looked like a weather station.
Yeah, no, that's a gun.
Which not outside the realm of possibility.
No, exactly. No, and I can see why you thought that. Then the empty house. He's going off a cliff. This is actually the most boring of the covers. Mr. Calder and Mr. Barons. I had to look in the back to see what the name actually was because I couldn't quite tell with the cursive.
Yeah.
And it's an unusual last name. It's Behrens.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I would have said Belvren.
That's why I went and looked up and it's like I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah. I like that cover. It's moody.
It's moody, but it's not as whimsical as some of the other ones.
Well, I wasn't looking for whimsical and a mystery. I was looking for
I mean, considering what a lot of the Golden Age mystery covers are like.
But they're not whimsy. They're
weird a lot of times. Family Tomb, Michael Gilbert. Now, what's interesting about him is he seems to have been the information from my British Library Crime Classic short story collection, Puzzles in Paris, mentioning he's very involved in his church. But the back of this book here says that he wrote thrillers, police procedurals, and espionage novels that rank among the highest and most varied achievements of British crime writing in the second half of the 20th century. But I'm thinking with his involvement in the church, his stuff is probably all clean.
And this is right up my alley.
1912 to 2006.
This kind of stuff they mentioned on the back of this book is right up my alley. So if he's clean, I will probably snap up every book he wrote.
It's hard to, not all of his books are available on Kindle. I was having trouble finding some of them.
Well, they may have to be made room for on my shelf.
Yeah. And you can borrow some of them from me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you'll have some difficulty reading some of these, and maybe we'll keep an eye on as he is released by British Library Crime Classics as well, because they've released several of his recently. I mean, they just put out Sky High in January. So,
because if I can get them on Kindle and they are things I'm not sure I'm going to read again or whatever, I only have a finite amount of room.
And I know for some of the things, like initially I wanted to make sure that I was actually snagging his stuff because Michael Gilbert is such a common sounding, like it sounded like it could be anybody. I wasn't sure, especially with his career as long as it was. I wanted to make sure it was the same guy. So that's the last of them. These will probably sit next to my Niall Marshes because they're about the same height.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm still trying to figure out where to put my books.
Well, I have that whole shelf that's just Golden Age mysteries.
Well,
so.
I've got books that dyeing yarn to clear off one shelf and emptying bags to clear off another shelf. And hopefully I'll be able to just continue doing that. And then I just have to scale back a little bit on what I'm buying because I have to be able to read what I get. I shouldn't just buy books to have them sit on my shelf. It's not good. So
yeah, that is some of these have been here for quite a while. The Michael Gilbert, those are new. They just came in. Because I just finished reading one of his short stories, and it reminded me how much I enjoy his writing. I have a couple of his that British Library Crime Classics put out, and then I had one of his that I got like that's about this size. Mm-hmm. So I knew that I wanted to read more of his stuff, and initially I was just looking for the first one. But it was less expensive to try to find a bundle, which usually is the case. And I've been pretty lucky with the bundles, to be quite honest with you, both with Niall Marsh and with him. So, yep, that's it for us. To all the people who probably got a little bit confused on Mom's channel about why we went live twice on her channel. Sorry about the confusion, but hope that you enjoyed the live stream, enjoyed hanging out with us. I'm going to have to link your video to my channel. And in the future, we know that we can go live on both of ours.
Right. Live is not something we'll be doing all the time.
But if we choose to do so, we can.
Usually it'll be when we've done a podcast for something else.
Yeah, because our knitting podcast is done live. So we're already set up. But I have a...
you too, Fernie.
You have a great day as well. I have a class this evening for ICC. And I want to have some energy because it's on Christian art, and I've been really looking forward to it. They're using Michelle P. Brown as the course required reading, and I already had owned this book for over a year before I even know the class was a thing. So it was already right up my alley. So I'm super excited about it.
And the two booktubers, two things were less than a little over an hour, so that's good.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Hope that you all have a very blessed day, and we will see you. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
God bless.
God bless. Bye-bye. Let me hit end.